Assalamu alaikum. My name is Fariha Ahmed. I am a student of Shahjalal University of Science and Technology. I am currently a student of Economics Department in 4th year 2nd semester. My registration number is 2019231043. I am here to talk about an important topic in research methodology, which are participatory data collection tools and secondary data. When we collect data, we obviously want it to be accurate, relevant, right? But do we know how do we ensure that the data is insightful? Well, one powerful way is to involve the community in this process. That is where participatory tools come in, as far as I think. This method allows researchers to work alongside local people and gain authentic and deep insight into their lives. So, let's dive into these methods and explore how they help understand communities better. First, we talk about participatory data collection tool. What are participatory data collection tools? The tools that actively engage local people in research are called participatory data collection tool. In this tool, instead of just observing from outside, researchers work with the community. They learn from knowledge and experiences. In this tool, researchers act as learners while locals share their knowledge. They use common tools which include maps, diagram, and interactive decision. This approach builds trust and provides a deeper understanding of real life situation. Participatory tools have some benefits also. This tool provides an insight into community life, and it also encourages active participation and ownership of the research process. Now, let's explore some of the most powerful tools used in participatory research. There are many key participatory tools in this research process, such as transit work, mobility mapping, focus group discussion, seasonal tracking, and many more. First, we talk about transit work, which means observing the community firsthand. It is a rapport building process that involves researcher and the community. Imagine walking through a village with the local people as guides. What do you think? What did you observe? You observed the roads, the water resources, maybe the houses and the markets. This is called a transit work, which is a great way to get a first hand look at the community's infrastructure and also its resources. After that, researchers create a transit matrix, which is a summary of all their observation. This simple tool gives us a structured way to understand a community's physical environment and also its challenges. This process helps the researcher to gain a clear picture of the whole community. Now, what if we let the community member draw their map? It is called social mapping. It is a participatory exercise where locals draw a map of their own. It's a fun and interactive way to visualize important aspects of the community such as homes, schools, public places, and as well as water resources. This method is especially useful because it helps researchers understand how resources are distributed and how people interact with their surroundings. They use symbols and discussion make this process engaging and informative. Wealth ranking, another participatory tool, which means understanding economic differences. Here, local people categorize household based on their economic conditions, such as poor, very poor, and not poor. This method helps researchers see the real financial condition of different groups and targeted intervention. While it highlights community perceptions of wealth and also reveals real poverty levels. Researchers target specific groups for further studies or intervention in this process. Did you know that the seasons can affect food availability, also the job opportunities, and even healthcare access? Yes, of course, it is true. Seasonal calendar, which means tracking changes over time, helps us track how different times of the year impact people lives. For instance, it can show when food shortage occur and also when work is available and how weather changes affect their life. It helps identify period of food shortage and economic hardship. This tool is extremely useful in planning solutions for seasonal challenges such as growth and as well as unemployment. Now, next move on to mobility map. Have you ever thought about how people move within a community? This can be answered through mobility map, which means understanding how people move. It shows where people go for work, for school, healthcare, and also social activities. It reveals gender based differences in mobility, such as men may travel longer distances for work, while women may have limited movement due to safety concern. This tool helps researchers identify accessibility issue and improve local transportation or services. Analyzing institutional influence called Venn diagram. Which organization have the biggest impact on the community? Do you have any answer for this question? Well, a Venn diagram helps us visualize the role of institution like government, offices, NGOs and schools. In this process, there are two types of circles, larger and smaller. The larger circles represent stronger influences, while the closer placement means stronger connection. This tool is great for understanding how support system function and which institution hold the most power in decision making. What is pairwise ranking? It is a process of identifying priorities. Do you know what is the most urgent issue in a community? Is it lack of clean water, poor health care, or unemployment? Well, with pairwise ranking, we list problems and compare them two at a time. This helps communities prioritize their biggest concern, making decision easier and more effective. Finally, we have focus group discussion, which is the short form short form is FDGs. This is where a small group of people, usually 5 to 10 members, sit together and openly discuss issues that affecting community. A well-trained moderator guides the conversation and ensure that everyone's voice is heard. FGDs are valuable because they bring out different perspectives and create a platform for open dialogue. There are also some benefits of participatory tools, such as it increases accuracy of findings, it strengthens communities and involvement, and it also supports sustainable decision making. Participatory tools ensure research is grounded in real experiences. Now, apart from collecting new data, researchers also use secondary data, which means pre existing information from sources such as government reports, academic publications, international organizations, and public records. Using secondary data saves times and resources. But when we use it, it must be carefully evaluated for accuracy and relevance. Secondary data are of two types, published sources and unpublished sources. The published sources consist of government and international reports. On the other hand, unpublished sources are diaries, letters, biographies, unpublished research paper. Technical journals and books and newspaper are also included in published sources. Before using secondary data, researchers must ask three key questions. They must check its reliability, suitability, and adequacy. They must know if the data is reliable or not, who collected it, and is it trustworthy to use? It is suitable or not. Does it match the research purpose? Or is the information detailed enough to ensure a research proposal? By carefully verifying data, researchers ensure they are using the best possible information. Now, to wrap up the whole concept, till now we have explored how participatory data collection tool help researchers gain deeper, more authentic insight by actively involving communities. We started from transit work and social mapping to wealth ranking and focus group discussion. These methods provide a clear understanding of community needs. On the other hand, Secondary data serves as a valuable resource, which saving time and effort, but only when carefully evaluated for accuracy and relevance. Well, by combining both participatory and secondary data collection method, researchers can ensure their findings, which are accurate, inclusive, and impactful. At the heart of all, researchers is not just about gathering data, it's about understanding people, their lives, and their challenges that they are facing. When communities actively participate in the process, the solutions we create become more meaningful and sustainable. Thank you so much for your time and attention. If you have any question, I would be happy to answer them. Please write them in the comment section. Thank you so much.